Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to be going over nature staffs, the meta and breakdown usage of them. I actually recorded this video yesterday, but XSplit decided to wipe all of my saved videos. So I lost about a week and a half's worth of videos. I love XSplit. I think it was more my computer, to be honest, that was causing issues, blue screens at the wrong times. That means I have actually lost the tier 4 challenge videos, so I'm going to be doing that challenge again on stream, probably on the first day I come back to streaming, hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so let's get straight into this video. We're going to go over the wild staff first. We're going to use the elder staff as we always do, just because it's the shows all the skills basically. So that's the resources needed. Apparently you put cloth on the staff, who knew, and wood. And then let's get straight into the abilities. So first one, rejuvenation. Heals a friendly target for 20 hit points per second for 8 seconds. This spell can be stacked up to 3 times. If it is reapplied on max stacks, all stacks are consumed and we restore 32 energy. So I like this one. This is pretty much always my default one because you can just blanket a group with this. As long as you're good at controlling the stacks, you can actually benefit a lot from the energy restore as well. So very good weapon, very good skill. I think I would always use this over the mushroom, which we'll go over to now. Rejuvenating mushroom creates a small spell area that lasts 12 seconds. A heal over time effect will be applied to the first ally entering the area. This effect will heal them for 78 every second for 4. This is good, but if the wrong person stands in it, they can take your healing, take the healing that is needed for someone else, just by going and standing in the wrong place. So I think it's good maybe for a well-positioned group, but for ever like a pug group or whatever, I'd never use this because the wrong person will stand in it and you will get upset as you see all of your healing go down the drain. In terms of energy costs, the rejuvenation is always better because even if you get one of them 3 stacks off, 3 stack casts, you're just going to benefit so much from the energy regain. Yeah. So I think they're both decent. I don't like the fact that the mushroom has a cast, especially 1 second cast. I'd be cool with it being like 0.7, 0.8 seconds, but a second just seems a little bit too long. And let's go down to the W spells. Poison Thorns. Poisons the targets and all enemies within a 3 meter radius. When poisoned, every enemy suffers 38 magic damage per second for 10 seconds. This spell can be stacked up to 3 times. Energy cost 13, cast time 1 second, range 9 meters, cooldown 0 seconds. So I would like this. Oh, go away, territories. So I would like to see a change to this. I'd like to see either the range go from 3 meters to 5 meters, just to give that little bit of extra range to try and get it on maybe 2 targets, because at the moment I've never seen this hit 2 targets in PvP. Or see it go to a completely single target spell, but do maybe like 50 damage a stack and go up to 150 damage per second. I'd like to see one of them changes happen, just because I think Wild Staff has a massive disadvantage to Holy in terms of trying to solo and trying to do any DPS in Hellgates. If you go like a double healer comp, you pretty much always use the Holy as the healer, just as the DPS, just because of Smite doing so much base damage. Revitalize. Revitalize yourself or your allies directly by restoring 137 health immediately and then 12 every second for 5 seconds. 28 energy cost, 1 second cast time, range 11 meters, 7 second cooldown. Good heal. It's really basic. It is, anyone's ever played WoW, it's regrowth. Short cast time, decent range. It's like one of your longest range heals. The energy cost is a little high, but it's not bad. I think it's a decent heal. It's the second best in my opinion on this tree, but we'll go on this tier, but we'll go over that in a second. But yeah, I think it's decent. You can use it if you want that base healing immediately. And Cleanse Heal, my favourite on this tier. Heals a friendly target for 23 per second for 4 seconds. Also removes any movement, impairing and debuff effects from the target and allies in close proximity. Doesn't remove damage over time spell. So you can use this just to basically, your whole team gets armor pierced, doesn't matter, stack up, Cleanse Heal, it's done. Like, that's how simple this could be. You can cleanse out of like silences if someone engages on you, snares, roots. Like, there's so much you can cleanse out of. I just think this spell is like a must-have for any nature healer. Energy cost 28, which I believe is a little. Oh, it's the same. So there's no difference. I thought it's still a little bit high, but for this one, I think it's worth it just because of how much utility it offers. The cast time's instant. I think this needs to have like a half second cast time or something. 11 meter range, which is really long. and cooldown 10 seconds, so it's a low cooldown as well. It's good. I like this spell. Protection of Nature. Protects you or an ally from damage by increasing resistance by 111 for 10 seconds. Energy cost 35, cast time 1 second, range 11 meters, cooldown 15 seconds. So you can keep this on an ally like 2/3 of the time, which is decent, but they're pretty much always going to swap off that target. Like, if I saw someone have the Divine Holy Shield put on them, I'm just going to ignore that target and go to another one. I'm not going to focus the target through a shield. It's the same thing with this. If I put this on the target, I think I'm just going to ignore that target. And bear in mind, it offers no healing and has quite a high energy cost. I just don't see this being very good at any point. I'm going to go over the passives quickly before the E, because obviously the passives and the QWs are all the same on each weapon. Adrenaline Driven Charity. Every 4 activated spells, your heals become 20% stronger. The buff lasts for 3 seconds. Decent. I like this one. I think this is basically one of the 2 that are like must-haves for this one on these weapons. I think it's just too strong because you're spamming so many heals out with your hots that you get that heal buff a lot. Energetic. Every normal attack you restore 4 energy. Good in PvE, bad in PvP, because you're never going to be auto-attacking in PvP. But in PvE, you could probably auto-attack in between hots and stuff like that to get energy back. Calmness. Every 5 activated spells, your resistances are increased by 70 for 3 seconds. In this meta, you're either going to get insta-killed as a healer, which we won't have time to get the 5 casts off, or you're going to be ignored, so having resistances on you is pointless. This could be changed that every 5 activated spells, your next heal puts a 70 resistance buff on your target. Like, if it was to change to something like that, maybe that's something I could see working, but right now I just don't see this being very good. And Hit and Run. Every 4 activated spells, your movement speed is increased by 20% for 3 seconds. I actually weigh these 2 very similarly. So having the extra 20% move speed on 4 spells means that you can actually reposition very easily. You can kite. In PvP for Hellgates, I would probably use this one. In PvP for GVGs, I'd probably use this one. More important to get the heal throughput on that, and the position's pretty much always there anyway. In Hellgates, it's a little bit more fast paced. Having the position in there can really help. We're then going to move on to the E. Creates an area that lasts for 10 seconds, which heals up to 5 friendlies who are inside of it for 49 hit points per second. 73 energy cost, which is massive. You're only going to get 1 or 2 of these off in a fight before going completely Cast time 2 seconds, which is ridiculously long, especially since it's 2 hands, so you can't reduce that. Range 15 meters and cooldown 30 seconds. So it's good, however, it's a very high energy cost. The range on it is okay. It's bigger than most AoEs, so you could probably get everyone stacked in it safely, but I just see it as a... I don't see it as the greatest spell. For throughput, definitely, if you're just trying to heal everyone, blanket heal them, this is good. For burst healing, which is what this meta suits itself to at the moment, I just don't see this being very good. So let's move on to the Nature Staff. Circle of Life. A wave of life force erupts from the caster, and up to 5 allies in a 7 meter radius around the caster are healed for 22 health every second over 7. Energy cost 40, cast time 1.5 seconds, cooldown 10 seconds. So you can put this on yourself and run around and heal everyone. It's not bad, especially if using the hit and run ability, but I mean, it doesn't do much healing, and unless you're hitting everyone with it, I just don't see it being that good. I think there are better alternatives, definitely. Great Nature Staff. So I'm going to be a little bit hypocritical here, because I said I didn't like this ability. However, I do like this ability, so let's go over it. Protects a friendly target with living armor, increasing their armor and magic resist by 100. So that offered 111, this offers 100. And incoming healing by 39% for 8 seconds. That's why I like this one. Energy cost 44, which is slightly higher than that one. Cast time 1 second, however, and a slightly longer cooldown, but the same range. So the thing I like with this one is it actually helps top people up. It gives them a big shield to deal with, like they become a lot tankier, and it gives them increased healing, which means they're going to heal up to full. I like this one, however, again, people are just going to swap off that target, so it's only good to like disengage on one target, really. I think there's still better alternatives, as we'll go over now. So this is our tier 1 artifact staff for nature, and this is the Druidic Staff. Spiritual Seed, cast on an ally after 3 seconds. The ally will be healed for 488. So it's actually a little bit higher than that. The number on this seems a bit low. I've had I get roughly 1,000 on a heal. Energy cost 55. Cast time instant. Range 11 meters. Cooldown 20 seconds. This is the anti-burst one, so if you get good at, bear in mind the whole point of nature is to preempt damage. If you get good at preempting burst on a target, you put this on the target, you can just kill any advances to kill that target. And again, this is what I'm saying, this meta is all about burst healing. This offers that burst healing if played very well. It's also one hand, which means you can have the, like, all the secrets, or like a sarcophagus, make you a bit tankier. You have different things you can offer as well. And finally, Blight Staff. Well channeled, and I don't need to say any more. You have to channel this ability, so I just think it's terrible. Until they make it either CC immune or uninterruptible or something, I think this ability is just always going to be blanket interrupted, and it's just not very good considering it's a hell artifact. So I'll go over the rest of the ability. While channeled, you and allies around you will be healed for 73 per second, while also reflecting 35% damage back to their attackers. The channel lasts up to 6 seconds, 75 energy cost, which is mental. Cast time is channeled, range is 0 meters because it's around yourself, and 30-second cooldown. It would be good if it wasn't channeled, but you will get interrupted every single time if you have this ability, if you cast this ability, by any decent group. I just don't think it has a place in the whole meta at the moment. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff, you get it. Again, I just want to go over, I said this in my last video, but I just want to go over how thankful I am that people have stuck with me over the last couple of days. Again, it's not been very professional, it's not been great. I have invested in a new fan, so I'm hoping that helps with the background noise. Other than that guys, again, thank you very much. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share them about, let's get these videos going. We are so close to 300 subs, I'd love to see that happen. Anyway guys, thank you for watching and catch you later. Goodbye.